Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa joins me now on TVC News at 10. Your Excellency, thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
2 public holidays and a long list of events to mark the burial rites of the former governor. Having worked with him as deputy in the past 3 to 4 years thereabout, what would you say stands him out as a leader, and how do you think he will be remembered in Ondo State?
The late governor, no doubt, stood out because he's no more right now as a governor in Ondo State that cannot be forgotten easily. For one thing, he's known for walking his talks. That's why he was nicknamed Mr. Talk and Do. Whatever he says is what he does. Now, his intervention in the various sectors of the society in Ondo State, they are all there for all to see. So he stood out in the area of industrialization, education, infrastructure, and the one that he's known with that most people refer to, the Southwest Security Network, the Amotekun cause. These are legacies that he has left behind that we cannot forget so easily in Ondo State.
Talk to us about how much support you got from the federal government and brother governors to give the former governor a befitting burial.
Yeah, the government, the federal, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, gave us so much support, encouragement from the time when he was sick and during time when the state was in a bit of crisis because of some political reasons. He was there for us, to talk to us, to counsel every one of us, and even in death, today, as we are laying the remains of the governor to rest, he sent a representative in the person of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima GCON, to represent him. That is physical support, and he has given us moral support in every way. In every way. The governors, they were all, we have a lot of governors that came in today in their tens, almost 20 serving and former governors were in attendance to pay the last respect to their former colleagues. And they also support financially. So it's a support all the way from both the federal government and the state governments.
I hear you, Governor. There are concerns, however, about the legacy of the former governor. What is the fate of the uncompleted projects, for instance, the former governor left behind in the remaining 9 months of your administration, which happens to be an election year?
Let me quickly say this, that don't forget that I'm also part of the government before his demise, and I now become the governor of Ondo State. It has been a joint decision. All the projects that he started that he has not been able to complete before his demise, it's still the same administration. The only thing is that we have a transition in between. And because I've always been part of the administration, all the projects that he started will be completed. In fact, the moment I assumed office as the governor of Ondo State, I gave instruction that all contractors must move back to site immediately, and their payments were being paid. You know, so all the jobs will be completed, and even those one he envisioned that he has not started, that I'm aware of, we will start them and we'll complete them. Yes.
All right. So your relationship with Aketi became rocky late last year. You know, there was an impeachment attempt by lawmakers' lawyer to him. And like you said, we saw the president intervene. There were reports in October last year that your apology to him was rejected amidst the political crisis in the state. Did you have the opportunity to make peace and have your differences resolved before he died?
Let me put this straight for the record's sake. I never had an issue with my former principal, the governor. There was no time we had a face-off. There was no time we had an issue that we demand that I have to make up with him. All that were being pushed out at the time were basically political. They were all falsehood and insinuation. It's all because election was coming and because the governor was very sick and a lot of, intrigues, were at play at the time. So there was no time we had an issue that I need to resolve with him in terms of crisis. So all that you saw at the time was basically political. It was driven by ambition of few people who knew that, there's going to be transition very soon, and because the governor was sick, and I was at advantage as his deputy, so all kinds of stuff have been pushed out. So that was what happened. So there was no crisis. And that, if you see from the way the burial was conducted, you will know that there was no sign of any form of crisis or acrimony or bitterness anywhere.
The political dusts apparently are yet to settle. Just last week, 6 out of the 8 members of the APC in the House of Reps from Ondo wrote an open letter to the president accusing you of disregarding the party and its hierarchy since you...
5 members, not 6.
All right. Whatever the number is, there was an open letter to the president. They added that you have been working with the political enemy of your predecessors, whatever that means. But how do you react to this letter?
You see, well, everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion. That is just an opinion of some people that are also driven by ambition. If you look at the profile of those 5 members of the Federal House of Representatives that came together, they have their different candidates, or rather aspirants, that they are supporting, towards the forthcoming election. For example, one of them is actually an aspirant. So what do you expect from an aspirant? So you want to say something to demarcate somebody who is having, a great advantage. One other one is a campaign director general of campaign of another aspirant. So all of them, they have their own ambitions of who they want to succeed. To be governor. So that is a progressive position, really. And the party has actually responded. The party at the state level, that there was no crisis in the party. They are not at loggerhead with me as the governor. We are working together. The party and the government, we are working together. We are one. So
Mr. Governor,
there is no crisis in the party at all.
We have completely run out of time. But just before we go, you have been widely rumored to be interested to run in the November governorship election. Will you be seeking the APC ticket in April?
Definitely, I will be running because I'm already a sitting governor. And let me say this, that nobody wants to be governor for 1 year. Come on. Give me what the Constitution, allows me to do. At least let me have a chance of also running for one more time, as it were.
Aiyedatiwa has been buried now. Perhaps we'll get some more exclusive conversations with you on our programs here on TVC. I've been speaking with the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.